Hey guys, waluigiwalshfilm here, talking about my most controversial topic today in episode 3 of Game Theory's Half-Life 3 or Portal 3. And I'm going to be talking about how they're linked and what the possible plot will be. So I don't want this video to be another 20-minute long video because I have made those videos in the past. So without further ado, wearing my Minecraft shirt, let us get started on this. Now, as always, I need my handy-dandy notebook of cross things. Let's see. Alright, two companies. I'm going to tell you the plots, what they're here for, and then I'm going to tell you how they're going to be linked, okay? Two companies. Aperture Science, Black Mesa, okay? And they're both competing to make portal technology. Both competing to do the exact same thing. But they both went about it differently. Okay, Aperture went up into space, got some moon rocks, did some moon gel, made a quantum space hole gun. That's the long version of the portal gun, which can make two different holes that can go through each other. Okay, and that's how they made portal technology. I'll go back to Aperture. Black Mesa, they used a different source to get their thing. They talked to the G-Man, who is an interdimensional bureaucrat. That means he speaks for the aliens and the human race, and he gave Black Mesa their portal technology, but instead of having two different portals, they opened up one big portal to another alien world called the In-Between World. The In-Between World is exactly how the name sounds. You have two dimensions, Earth, alien dimension, and the In-Between World is kind of this limbo place. Now, the aliens in Half-Life 1 were at a war, so they went and escaped to the In-Between World. That's where they're hiding, in an entire alien race, and when Black Mesa opened up the portal, the aliens came through from the In-Between World and started killing the entire staff. Aperture, trying to compete with the much bigger budget Black Mesa, started cutting corners and making robots, and that's how GLaDOS got made. They need to keep on a strict schedule of testing, so that's where GLaDOS came from, and eventually that was their downfall. They tested themselves to death until GLaDOS just killed off the entire staff through testing, and that's how testing got made. So two companies that killed their entire staff to get portal tests. Now, in the plot, at the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Gordon Freeman is sitting in a warehouse, and Eli Vance was just killed. And then Alex and Gordon are going to go to Antarctica to find the Borealis. Now, the Borealis is when Aperture was prototyping their weapon, they shot their gun at a ship called the Borealis. And that shot it, and it came out in Antarctica, because they didn't know where the second hole was. So, Aperture shot the ship, came out in Antarctica. Now, the Borealis had secrets to the trade, had a whole bunch of mathematical stuff not really explained, so that's why Black Mesa or Gordon Freeman and the Resistance want to find it. So, pretty much, Half-Life 3 is going to be a crossover between Black Mesa and Aperture. So, you will most likely see the portal gunner Shell. Now, at the end of Portal 2, Shell came up to the surface, and she escaped into a wheat field. Now, the end of sorry, my computer's messing up. At the end of Half-Life 2, Episode 2, they were also in like a forest or like a pasture, so maybe they will end up crossing over and they'll meet each other since they're both free now and they're going after the Borealis. So it'd make a neat crossover and some multiplayer things, and since GLaDOS has Atlas and Peabody and doesn't need them anymore, so it is interesting how the two companies overlap like that. Moving on to Easter eggs, if you go on one level of Team Fortress, which is another Valve game, you can look through a window and see a slideshow room. In the slideshow room, I think, if my memory's not mistaken, you see a PowerPoint, and it's talking about Aperture and Black Mesa. But Team Fortress has its own companies, like the Manco company, so that's Manco, Aperture, and Black Mesa all in one big pot if they decide to do that, or maybe it's just an Easter egg. I don't know. So that is the plot to Half-Life 3, and that's the backstory of the two companies. They both share similar things. If you notice when you go to the top in Portal 2, there's not really anybody there. It's kind of abandoned. That's probably because it takes place in the same world or dystopian future as Half-Life 2, with the Combine taking over, which are pretty much half alien, half human controlled people. So it's one big crossover. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Concept art and people sneaking in and seeing the staff of Valve wearing Half-Life 3 T-shirts already out. So Half-Life 3 is the one that's confirmed. The concept art's already released of like Gordon and Alex Vance wearing like big winter coats and stuff. So it will be interesting to see, but since the main plot is going after the Borealis, and the Borealis is an aperture science thing, it will be extremely interesting to see where they take this, or maybe there'll just be a few Easter eggs of GLaDOS plans on board. I don't know. It depends how they want to take it. Thank you, waluigiwalshfilm here. Thank you for playing. Stay tuned for more episodes later. Dudley, I know, is going to be uploading a video soon, so stay tuned for more GameSchool 101, and stay classy.